Everyone signed a player so far except Chelsea, I think. And you know they had sanctions in the
Yeah,
top
that's
four.
true. That's true.
You know what
That's
I'm
true.
saying? We're lacking, man.
Proper lacking. Oh man, don't know what's gonna happen this summer, bro. But Chelsea got the excuse. United, like,
No,
oh,
no excuse. Poor management, poor club, poorly run. It's just poor. No other word to describe it. Embarrassing, man. But let's wait and see, innit?
yeah.
Officially first week of June, so let's wait. Give them a week. Hope I ain't saying that for the whole summer, but yeah.
True say is what Nations League, isn't it? Like apparently
Yeah.
there's 4 games in that. Like, yeah, England play again like 2 more times in that.
You know what I'm saying?
So or maybe after this Nations League, when everything settles down in that. But like, well, pre-season starts in like 3 weeks time, fam.
You know what I mean? Like, gotta get on job, man. What do you think about that though, Jay? The Nations League, all these extra games after the season's finished, like.
What a waste of time, but I get why these international teams want it, cause these are the only games before the World Cup, innit? So
Yeah,
I
true.
get it, innit? But still, like 4 games, and then literally pre-season starts July 1st, and that's in a few weeks' time. Like I get it, cause obviously next season you got to cram in bare games, innit? So, but hey man, these players got to start speaking up, fam.
Innit? Now, a few have. I've read
I
Van
don't know
Dijk's.
if there's a players' union, but there's got to be something that says, "Yo, these are too many games, fam." Like,
Yeah, a
you
few
think about
play
it, you're a
like the
Liverpool player. Like for Liverpool, for example, yeah.
yeah,
Imagine you've played they've played 60, 70 games this season. Imagine you've played 60 to 65 games of those this season. Then you've got to play 4 more for your country, and then because usually you get June, uh, mid-May, June off. You
yeah,
might get a little break, might come back second week of July. Bro, you're literally back in training in 3 weeks to start another season. And if you make the World Cup, it's mad. It's
man.
mad. It's
Trust me.
mad.
What you said that point, what you said, Van Dijk spoken out. You said the
But
only
yeah,
thing about these games is injuries. That's all they're gonna bring. It's more injuries.
but like,
You know what I'm saying?
like, ain't there a players' union, bro? Like, ain't there someone like on board that can talk to these guys? Like, bro,
I
man's
know.
playing too many games, fam.
Yeah, it's like a PFA for the
Yeah,
international.
for like world football, bro. Like, come
Yeah,
on, it's common sense, bro. Like, these men must be absolutely knackered, bro. Look at the man that
knackered,
played AFCON. Like,
knackered.
Mane and that. Mane's played for what? His country,
Cool. Yeah,
mid-season, had to come back. All those games for Liverpool. Then, pre-season, World Cup, Champions League. Oh, it's mad.
mad.
It's mad. It's mad.
The brands also said it's a waste of time. Nations League.
It is, man. It's glorified friendlies, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
he
glorified
goes. It's,
friendlies, isn't it?
it's a waste of time.
Oh,
It's a joke.
them man there ain't turning down that international check, fam.
Mm. He said it's unimportant.
If it's unimportant, fake an injury and don't go, fam.
I know that's what they're gonna end up doing.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
just gonna end up missing the games and saying, yeah, they've got a knock. Van Dijk said there's more risk of injury playing all these games.
Van Dijk's just Van Delegate, bro. Man don't do no work, fam.
Well, he's spoken. Now he's got a voice now on the world scene, man.
Oh
He's
yeah,
highly rated,
the media have gassed this man up, bro. He's the new real
highly
thing.
rated player.
Yeah,
And
let's get
also,
this.
man,
Bro.
also Gareth Bell on a free, man. After what he pulled off for
Yeah,
Wales.
yeah, yeah.
Crazy.
Listen, you see him, yeah? That guy, I've never seen a man that delivers so much for his country, like outside of probably Cristiano Ronaldo, like Gareth Bale.
True. Facts.
Like, when you actually keep it, like, because Wales are crap. Like, they're basically Scotland, isn't it? Scotland, individually, Scotland have probably got better players than Wales, isn't it?
Yeah. Nah, I would have put them on Scotland level to be fair, but yeah,
I
I
just
get what you
think, yeah, that on paper, their team is probably better than Wales.
mean.
But Wales are a better team in it. They're better coached.
Yeah,
I don't
definitely.
know. Like, Bell is just Bell in it. Like Bell and Ramsey can't do nothing for their clubs, but out here moving like bloody Kyrie and LeBron and that.
I know, bro.
Honestly,
1958, the last time
yeah,
they went to the World Cup. That is
that's
historic, man. What
I'm
they've
thinking
done,
about it.
it's
They're going
crazy.
through like gigs to even take that team to the World Cup.
You know what I mean? Gigs, they've had players, the quality,
Mm.
couldn't do it, man.
Wow, ratings to Wales still. Ratings to Wales.
Therefore,
Yeah, let's get this started. Another episode for the Love of the Game podcast. 2 man up this week. It's me and Ronaldo. Ronaldo, what you saying?
yeah. They are tag team.
Yeah, well, yeah. Short and sweet one. Oh, this week. Not much to talk about really. Mainly transfers. We'll talk about some transfer news. Also, Nations League. We'll probably won't even get into that too much, but we'll talk about some of the players that have been complaining about the Nations League. Is there any real purpose to a bunch of glorified friendlies? And also, we're going to pick our team of the year as well. But we're going to get straight into it. Transfers. Today, big news dropped. Boy, I think it knocked the stuffing out of every Man United fan I've spoken to today, bro. Like, Nunes, it seemed like United were in pole position for him, but this afternoon news broke that Nunes, well, Liverpool put in an 80 million euro bid plus 20 million add-ons for Nunes. I've seen, I don't know if it's direct quotes, but people have been quoting Nunes saying that he's just waiting for that bid to be accepted and talks to begin. He'll sign that contract. But Ronaldo, what's your thoughts on Nunes potentially going to Liverpool and United? Just, I don't know what it is with them in transfers, but they're still out here talking to his agent now.
Oh, mate, that is a big news. Big move for Liverpool.
Mm.
What I think about this transfer, well, if it goes through, I'm saying if because got my United hat on, but if this deal goes through, I think it's a major coup for Liverpool. Definitely. Because the potential of losing Mane as well, that is a perfect replacement. If I'm honest, like that's a proper CF, a proper striker, finisher, young, he can play ball. You know what I'm saying? There's so much going for him. Yeah, I think that's a major transfer. Biggest transfer. Only Haaland I would give above Nunes if he does goes to Liverpool. You
You
know what
know
I mean?
what? Just even thinking about it, like what we're watching quietly is these last few days, like even Chuemi going to Real Madrid, like Real Madrid, Man City, and Liverpool are slowly reinventing themselves with their little transfers that they're doing, in it.
Yeah,
Like,
facts.
Real Madrid literally have the future midfield playing backup to their present midfield, in it.
Yeah.
Like, we've got all the replacements for Modric, Cruz, and Casemiro just sitting there waiting. Camavinga, Chuemi, and even Valverde can play midfield, in it. So like that's them set. Like you look at Man City, Haaland's in, Alvarez is in. Like they'll probably Sterling will probably leave this summer, in it.
Yeah.
Maybe someone else or Jesus. Like they've reinvented themselves quietly. Like Foden's come in for David Silva, basically reinvented themselves. Like Liverpool, in the space of a few years, they've gone from their. Remember they had the Fab Four in it. Like it was a Firmino, Salah, Mane, Coutinho.
Yeah.
Coutinho's gone. They invested that money in Allison and Van Dijk. Mane looks like he's leaving. They brought in what's his name, Diaz.
Shut up.
Jota's coming basically for Firmino, and it's like
Yeah.
Nunez is the replacement for Salah when he cuts next summer.
Yeah. They're slowly rebuilding. Like
Exactly.
beneath the surface, they've got young players at the age and they're playing at a high level. I fully agree. Because
And that,
even with the Madrid point, yeah, Valverde, he's only like 23.
mm,
So he's part of the future as well, but he's still playing a role. Vinicius, 21,
mm.
Cannon, 22. Like, these players are young, but you know what I'm saying? So beneath the surface, they're rebuilding. I fully agree with what you're saying, Jay. I
Like,
agree.
and it goes to the point like even like I hate going back to Ferguson, but Ferguson always used to say, when you're at the top, that's when you need to. That's the most important time to strengthen.
Yeah,
Because if you're standing still, you're going backwards. And like
there you go.
what Liverpool and City are doing, like they're guaranteeing themselves top two next season already. Already, that's a wrap.
Before ball's kicked.
Exactly. Like before balls kick, and even like we're even forgetting Jack Grealish, brother. I know, like he basically flopped this season, but when you look at City, when it comes to signings, most of them don't bang first season. It takes them a while to get in that little pep system, and then the next season they flourish. Like if you look at Cancelo, first season hardly kicked the ball at Man City. Now he's probably the best fullback in the Prem.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So Jack Grealish can probably count as a new signing as well, technically. But like you're looking at Liverpool, City, like they're getting their business done early, and then there's other teams that are just out here just wandering about the place, and that leads me on to Manchester United. Still out here chasing Dion like some desperate gang. Like it seems that every day you just keep hearing Ten Hag's desperately trying to convince him. I know we said before we start recording that if the guy needs convincing, even now, to come to United, then there's no point of signing him. What's your thoughts? Do you think United will end up signing Dion, or should we just leave it and go to other targets?
Um, I think if we have to pursue him for another 2-3 weeks, that's clearly over a month. So I think we should move on to other targets, man. We have to. We can't just pin our hat on De Jong for the whole summer, chasing him. That's ridiculous. We're rebuilding a squad. Yes, he might be the figurehead or sorry, the main piece of the puzzle. But still there's other bits, there's other pieces, and you can't just be one dimensional. Because
Mm.
if this scenario where he doesn't come, then what? You know what I mean? Like United need to explore a bit more. But no, I don't think they should pursue him for another more than 2-3 weeks, 2 weeks max. Should get it wrapped up in a week or move on.
You have to look at it this way. Barcelona need the money, but they're holding out for 80 million. I saw a report saying United don't want to be held to ransom for De Jong. So if they're desperate to sell, obviously I don't think no one's going to pay 80 million euros for De Jong. Like
Never.
United, they're business people. They should just walk away because if they walk away, pretty sure Barcelona are going to come back
Yeah.
and say, you know what, 45, 50, 55 million, he's yours. Cool. But like out here twerking for a man that said he don't really want to leave Barcelona, it's just it's another embarrassing moment for Man United, isn't it? Like,
Telling you, mate. You're right. Players clearly said that as well. Yeah,
he
go on.
doesn't want to join, innit? And I think even if he ends up joining, how much of his heart's really going to be in it?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like more now than ever, you need players that are going to be, like you say, in the trenches, innit?
Yeah.
Because literally from day one, we're going to be in the trenches, innit? Because their man are leaving this summer. So whoever we bring in has got to be ready to go to war, in it, because the squad's not going to be that strong, no matter who we bring in. I know De Jong. I know Ten Hag wants 5 or 6 signings, but when have United ever signed four players in the summer? I mean,
No, bro. Let
So
alone
like
5 or 6.
me, like I said before, like United outside of De Jong, you should have other targets in mind, didn't it? If they were
Yeah,
moving quickly, the man that went to Villa, Camera, would have been perfect
yeah,
in that midfield.
definitely.
Like, what's his name at Wolves? Ruben Neves. Like, go get him. Like, there
Yeah,
should be other targets outside of De Jong in it. And if that, boom, you don't want to join in June, that's cool, whatever. But Barca are desperate, innit? And at some point, they're going to have to come back to United and say, you know what, boom, 50 million.
exactly.
Cool. But like, allow if you don't want to come in June, that's all right. Go get someone else.
Yeah,
Because once Barca see United have started buying players, they go like, oh shit, all right, you know what? Yeah, let's drop the price down because we need to get rid of him, innit? Because
mm,
they want to get who are they trying to get on a free transfer? Kessie and
yeah,
Christensen.
Kristen. Yeah, they're already
They can't,
there.
they
They're
can't
green.
register them
Yeah,
because finances. So wait, I think United should play the patient game. But like, if you man don't want to join by the next week, like, cool, walk away in it. Barca will definitely come back from 100% if they're desperate.
yeah.
You know what I mean, that is that one. Who else? A surprising one I heard earlier this week. Apparently Manchester City are monitoring the Kyle Saka.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
I think it's speculation, man.
You think?
Yeah, it's a speculation. I think it's just rumors. That's baseless. City's good in that position, yeah, and they've got
I heard apparently they're not going to be playing him up top, up for the forward role. He might be used as a left back.
okay. Then maybe I could see it. Then could
You
see
know
that.
what? Yeah, if he went, I think he could do damage at left back for Manchester City. You know,
Yeah,
the
definitely.
way Pep uses Cancelo will be the way we'll use Saka in it. Saka will basically be like a centre mid,
Yeah,
drives forward at City in it, like, and
yeah,
plus he can defend in it. So,
yeah. He started out at left back.
so maybe that could work, but I heard apparently I don't know if he's trying to push for a new contract or whatever. Maybe try to get more money at Arsenal. He's trying to dangle that little City carrot at the board.
Yeah, I think he
City
just
are,
signed a new contract, mate, a few weeks ago. Yeah.
but like, how much do you think he would go for?
Ooh, I read somewhere that he's worth 85 million, but you know the the British taxes.
Oh yeah,
I read he's worth him, Mason Mount, and yeah, it's worth 85 to 90 million at the moment. So there you go, man. Jude Bellingham is worth 115. Yeah, man. so, so
I saw something that Real Madrid are that's their main target for next summer. You know, Jude Bellingham.
yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh, boy, could work.
mm.
Bellingham, Chumani, and
Oh,
Calvin Bain. Ooh. that is a that is a Madrid midfield, isn't it? Quality all over.
yo, right. What a talent Bellingham is as well, bro. I watched him in the England game. He looks a cut above everyone, fam.
Who's that?
Jude Bellingham.
Dude. So
Yeah,
what do you think about Musiala then? Baller.
baller, baller.
Baller, innit? See how Germany snapped him up quick and they're
100.
playing him. So he shows you. He's a baller still. Now Jude is a baller as well. I have to get it out. Jude is quality, man.
You should start for England, but I think obviously England got to maintain the image when they're picking the starting 11, innit? Can't be too dark in the room, you know what I mean?
I know you're saying turn the
Yeah,
lights on. Turn
yeah.
the lights on. I get you. But see Jude, yeah, he's gonna force his way into the team. He should be a
Well,
United player, man. Trust me, man.
this is
See,
all
man.
I've got to say. Ollie was manager, and and he met up with Haaland, and he met up with Bellingham, fam. How
Yeah.
he didn't manage, bruv, Bellingham played for Birmingham City, fam, but he went to Dortmund.
Yeah.
That says it all, you know.
Yeah, I hear that.
He
Man.
went-
Because we
I
don't
think
know.
that
There's
one,
mitigating factors, Jay. I wouldn't say Ollie was solely to blame. Like he was the main culprit. Surely there's other guys that played roles.
I
Keep.
think, I
Yeah.
think, I think players, obviously players talking it, and then obviously the players around world football, like, there's generally a connection between players, and they tell each other stuff in it. I
Yeah.
think they just told that this United team's toxic, innit? They've spoken to certain man and just like, nah, you don't want to come in.
Yeah.
I really think that's what it is, you know.
Innit?
Yeah.
Surely something played it.
Yeah, like it's got to be that. Like it's like cool. You're at your workplace and that, yeah, and you might have someone that wants to come work with you in it, and like they hear you're on good money, like you got company car, you know, you work in front of like famous people, or you work in front of like 10,000 people a week, whatever. Cool, but then the Rachel's like, Ross, what's the environment like? He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what? I'm gonna keep it real. Yeah, it looks all glitzy and glamour now, but bro, it's not good, man. Like the managers are good. People turn up late. Bro, you can do what you want here, fam. Like this ain't the environment for you, bro. You need structure. That's what it's like, fam. Them players talk.
Yeah, definitely. Of
I
course.
wouldn't be surprised if Sancho said to Bellingham, you know what, bro, for your development, especially just go to Dortmund, innit? You'll improve it,
Yeah.
Like,
Surely be like, yeah, come. Players do that, man. Players do that.
yeah,
100%.
boy, does anyone at United look happy, fam?
Poor.
Even under Ollie, that's key rule. Does anyone really look happy, fam?
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, how,
Mm.
bro, never in a million years would United miss out on Haaland and Bellingham. Like, never. It's one out, at least one out of the two.
No, I'm trying to forget. That, man. But I know what you mean, Jay.
You know what I mean? So, but on the flip side, with United, you do have young players coming back. Like, Palestri, baller.
Yeah.
Palestri's a baller.
You reckon he'll get his chance though? That's the thing. I can't see it.
I think he needs a Premier League loan, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, like who came up? Like maybe go Forest or something like that. Forest or Bournemouth. Like one of those teams, innit? The way I'm not saying he looks like Messi, but the way he runs is very Messi like, innit?
Mm.
Yeah. Like I think Ahmed Diallo needs a loan in the Premier League as well. That was a waste of time in going to Rangers, to be honest.
No, he didn't play. I was
Yeah.
surprised at that. But yeah.
And then Garnacho, you might as well just keep him.
My boy should be in the team next season. He should be
Really
competing for a spot.
Right. Then we've literally lost. We've already lost Bear Man this summer. 4 are leaving. Guarantee we know that. You need centre backs like.
Exactly, man. What's the club doing, Jay, man? Like, we lost 4 midfielders in a week, in the space of like a day, 2-3 days, most max, yeah. And we haven't signed it. What's the club doing, man? But yeah, go on, bro.
So they want to sell Wan-Bissaka, Bailly, Tuanzebe, Jones, Henderson, but
Yeah,
no one's linked with these men at
no
all.
one. No one. I'm happy that you saw that. I read
No
somewhere,
one
bro.
is linked with them at all.
On your point, that point you made, yeah. Pause for a sec. I've read this is why we gave Bailly a new contract. I heard that we've never had a serious bid for Bailly. We've had inquiries, but no one's actually put money on the table to sign.
I read something that was an Ed Woodward tactic that he was doing with all these players. So, you know, when Smalling and Jones were getting new contracts and everyone was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It was him. That was his tactic to drive up their price, get them a new contract,
Exactly. There
raise
you
their
go.
value. But it didn't. That don't even make no sense.
It backfired.
Different, bro. No one is buying Phil Jones, you know. You just basically have to say we'll let you go for free. Like
Exactly.
nobody is buying Phil Jones.
Definitely.
You
Mate,
give
I
man
was
what
I was
150
so
bucks.
happy when I saw that he was linked with was it Bordeaux? Bordeaux or something like I can't remember. It was this link with a team in France. Agreed everything. I was like, yes. Then the deal fell through. I was like, flipping hell, man. I was surprised someone even bidded for him. Bro,
Oh,
if we get whatever we get, we have to take for these players, man. Because
100%.
we basically, like you said, we've put up so much players that we've let it known these players are up for grabs, in it. Like you don't need to find new clubs. Not even their agents can manufacture a deal. Not even the agents can manufacture a deal.
Literally, none of them
Joe,
are linked with anywhere. And like, bro, I heard Dean Henderson was linked with Newcastle for time, and then I see Newcastle come out and say, "Bro, we don't want him. We never wanted him." Like, bro, what is this?
joke. Disgraceful. Joke, man. Joke. See,
Like,
players, look how old Matic is. I argue about him all the time. All I can cuss him for is his age and his lack of fitness. I can never cuss him for his football knowledge, his brain, or as a player at his best. You know what I'm saying? Like when he's young. Soon as he left the club, he's already got a club.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Jay? It never took him long. Because managers trust players that they, you know what I mean? They know they can use them for a specific role, if you know what I mean, Dre.
do you
These
think with
players
some,
are available. No one wants them. No
mm,
one.
but do you think with some of these players they've got that United stench on them? Like,
I think,
think clubs see
yeah,
them
yeah,
as a lot worse than what they actually are, in it.
yeah, yeah. That's a point. That's a point. United's been in the dumpster. I agree,
Like,
but also I think wages and
oh
deal
yeah,
packages is
yeah,
definitely a big factor. I reckon.
yeah,
Would you think about
100%. Like, some of these men are on over 100 bags a week.
that? Exactly, man.
And when I saw something the other day, like Mane's not even like on. Is it Salah that's on 100 bags a week or something like that?
Nah, Marnie's on the lead. Salah's on a bit more because he
Yeah,
signed
but like,
later
bro,
contract.
when you look at deeper, like Luke Shaw's on close to 200 bags a week. Like, you can't even get rid of some of these guys because their contracts are mad. Like, you're gonna have to keep paying their wages when they go to their new club. Get rid of them. Like, that's how mad it is. Like, you tell me, yeah, who's
Yeah,
gonna be buying Eric Bailly, who in 6 years has managed to play 100 games in the league for Manchester United, bro?
I know, man.
Years. Now, bro, he's
Joke.
averaging 20 games a season.
Hmm.
Who's going to?
And then pay him some ridiculous wage. You know what I mean, Jay?
You're
150,
lucky, yeah? You're
100.
lucky. 15
Joke.
million pounds for Eric Bailly, fam. And it's not even a disrespect because the guy potentially could have been a good defender in it. On his day, he's a good defender in it. But the guy's never fit, and the guy's on stupid money, bro. Why
I
did you
know.
give man a new contract? Just sell the man, bro.
Exactly, man. Shambles.
Like, literally, we've missed out on at least 90 million from not selling Pogba and Lingard last summer.
Yeah, at least. Yeah, 70 to 90, I'll say. Definitely.
Like,
Definitely. 35, 40 mil each, split both ways. 50. Yeah, definitely, Jay. You're right.
like,
And it's cost us. It's cost us in wages and loyalty bonuses.
exactly.
So
Exactly.
it's a loss. You know what I mean? It's just the club's a joke.
Oh, boy.
It's a
But,
joke, man. Players that boy, you know, on that point, and certain players, they have to go undisclosed fee, man. You make it easier for the club. Just keep the fee private. They're embarrassed, yeah. You know what I mean? So what they need to do is just agree with the club in principle, yeah. Don't disclose the fee in it. Take him
yeah.
for 2 million in it. You know what I'm saying? take
Oh,
it.
yeah, for real, man.
You
Taking
know
up
what I mean?
500,000 for
Yeah,
Phil
bro.
Jones and that.
Just
Just
you
take
get
that.
what I mean? Just undisclosed. You can't disclose the fee, yeah? Alright, cool. Take him for 1 million. You know, secretly,
Yeah,
just
for
go.
real, for real.
Telling you, bro.
That, but even combined, I think with all the players that if we sell all of these players, innit, I doubt we will. But if we do this summer, would we even get 100 million total for these men?
Struggling, Dre. And that's a factor as well
I
on our
hope
budget.
the only player I would say that's got any sort of value is Dean Henderson, innit?
Yeah.
But even on his wages, because, well, I don't want to say Ollie gave him a new deal, but Ollie was in charge when he got a new deal in it. Like, he's on dumb money, bro. Like, who's going to pay them? I think if he's on like 80 bags a week.
Yeah.
And he's only had one good season in his career. Like, what top team or what team that needs a goalkeeper is going to give? Because he's going to want like 100 bags. If he's on 80 now, new club, he's going to like top up his money, get 100 bags. Who's giving Dean Henderson 100 bags a week? Nobody.
Exactly.
Like,
Henderson getting the same money as outfield players scoring goals, winning games. United's a shambles, man. David De Gea is on 300 and something bags a week. Club's a
that
joke.
is it. You know what? I want to touch on that. I want to touch on David De Gea and especially, we'll get back to transfers in a minute, what Luis Enrique had to say about David De Gea, and what's your thoughts? Because, boy, that was a bit wild, man. I'm not even going to lie. Like, I'm going to go get the quote. 1 second. If this is, one of United's most important players, I don't think he's ever really rated David De Gea, to be honest.
Never.
His quotes about him.
Yeah. It's his style of play. Doesn't suit it.
And I've constantly said, give it a year, he'll be gone in it. But here it is. 1 second. A goalkeeper should start the play and generate the first bit of superiority. Yeah. I need a goalkeeper that transmits peace and calmness to me. Goalkeeper to start the play and dominate areas. I'm not gonna lie, that Luis Enrique's taking the truth in it. What's your thoughts on Luis Enrique's comments?
I agree with Enrique. I fully agree. I've been saying this about De Gea for a while now. He hasn't evolved. I thought he was going to evolve. He tried to start kicking. He tried to improve his kicking, but his kicking's atrocious, man. It's terrible, man. There's been so many times when De Gea's had the ball, he's kicked it out for a throw-in, or he's given it to the opponent. Like, he has to improve his feet. Football's changed now. You know what I mean? I don't want to say it's changed because it's been like this for a while. We just haven't moved with the times. You know what I mean? You need a keeper that can actually play. So I agree fully with what Enrique says. And I also agree that he doesn't deserve to be in the team. He doesn't. His club's been poor, man. It's been rubbish.
You know what? His form's been better this season, but I've always said with David De Gea, it's amazing that he always seems to have a good season when the defense is shit. When the defense is good, he has a bad season.
Yeah.
I used to call the man Mr. 40 days and 40 nights, bro. Man will have 40 shots and make 40 saves. When it comes to when he's got like 2 or 3 shots to save in a game, there's always a mistake.
True.
Top keepers, if they've got nothing to do, that one time when they have something to do, deal with it with ease. David De Gea, when he's got a good defense in front of him, that's when he makes mistakes, isn't it?
Yeah. And that's a point. That's a factor probably why they've benched him as well, because he makes loads of mistakes for Spain. Countless.
To me, like you said, he hasn't evolved, in it. He's still crap in the air. 10 years after joining Man United,
Yeah, he ain't the best.
He's still a target. You can still bully the guy. Like, also, like you said, his kicking's disgustingly poor. And I'm pretty sure Ten Hag's going to want a keeper that can literally initiate the play. David De Gea can't do that, innit? So I fully agree with what Luis Enrique is saying. Like, even Kepa's a better goalkeeper than him, innit? Like, he don't even get no game time at Chelsea. Like, to me, said it, man. David De Gea will be gone within a year at Man United.
100%. I
His
agree.
I think his contract's up next year or the year after. No one's going to want to sign him because he's on 400 bags a week. So you might just have to see how with David De Gea. Like, you know what I mean? He's going to have to take the hit with David De Gea. Like,
I know.
you sold him when it seemed like he wanted to leave a few years back. But we should have even sold him when the dodgy fax machine all them years ago, bro. He hasn't evolved. He'll cost us games again next season. Don't matter who's in the defense, bro. Like,
Definitely.
because he's not a talker as well. Like you said, like Enrique said, he doesn't transmit calmness to me, bro. He's
Exactly.
Like, if you know your defense is shit, especially you got someone like Harry Maguire in front of you, yeah, you should be barking at man. Sort it out. Stand here. Position yourself better. Like, no one in that back five talks at all. Like,
No, innit? No one. No leaders. No.
at all. Like, it's all good, yeah. Talk in post-match interviews, talking about no one wants to be here, you can go but probably see if your performances, yeah. Like, I'm not even gonna hold no credit to David De Gea's performances this season because the team's shit. So when the team's shit, you're facing 15 shots a game like he is, you're gonna make 12 or 11 saves, isn't it? It's whatever. So I'm not even counting David De Gea's form this season. But like, the whole time you've been at Man United, you've not improved, bro. Like, he's a part of the problem as well. And he's the last, like him and Joe, well, we're not even counting Jones, but he's the last real member from that last title winning team, bro.
It's true.
It's time for give it a year. We'll be dropped in. I don't think we can ever sell David De Gea, bro. We're just gonna have to let him ride out his contract, innit?
Contract, innit? And leave on a free. Yeah, just give him a cult status, give him a iconic status, and just
say, like you know them heroes that fade into retirement.
Yeah, bro, because like you said, Jay, valid point. He's on nearly 400,000 a week. He's gonna pay the hair that in this climate in football. Come on, man. Keepers are sweepers now. It's calmness at the back. They can take it like that extra centre back. It's like playing three at the back when you play Man City, Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? Even Totti to an extent. As bad as Lloris says, his kicking is all right. In my eyes. You know what I mean? Like, as bad as he is, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, keepers make mistakes. We know this. They cost goals when they make mistakes. It happens, but these players, they assist the team. The dynamics of the team is better with a Mendy at Chelsea because he can step out the edge of the box, control it, spread it. It's all about calmness, like Enrique says. Because when you're playing a game and you're thinking of having possession, you know what I mean, Dre? You're gonna think there's times when you probably have to knock it around at the back. You know what I'm saying, Dre? Like, see how City do it. City do it a bit. You know what I'm saying? That's the pinnacle. That's the elite level. But Bayern Munich, you know what I'm saying?
Neuer's been doing that since 2008, bro.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying, Dre? Not to use Edison, Allison. Oh, come on, man. It's a third centre back, man. Look how high they play.
Yeah, goalkeepers
you know
and centre
back. You get what I'm saying? Look how high they play. Come on,
like,
man.
Literally, goalkeepers are the third centre back. Like, you have to be good with your feet. Like,
look at Wolves as well. They're goalie. Come on, man. Football's
like, even Ramsdale, Arsenal, all of them.
Flipping now.
All of them.
You just hit the nail on the head. Ramsdale is like an outfield player, man. His kicking and that is better than his actual goalkeeping.
Yeah.
His goalkeeping is improving. That's why, you know what I'm saying, Dre? That's the way to go now.
Yeah,
man,
even Pickford
thank
you. Yeah, it's true.
Even
Jordan Pickford at Everton
don't have to be their main asset no more. Just be a good shot stopper. Just be a good reflex, good shot stopper, but know how to play football. Know how to play ball. Know how to be calm, collect the ball, spread it. You know what I'm saying? Know how to come up. If you notice, goalies don't even wear goalkeeper shirts anymore. They're like outfield players.
They're like Vespa. Yeah, bro. They're like Vespa.
Thank you, bro. They don't even have pads on their elbows no more.
Like, bro, their gloves come like winter gloves, fam.
You get what I'm saying, bro? Football's evolving, man. Hey, your days are numbered, bro. 100%, man.
Yeah, bro. Yep, that's boy, the hell, bro. Rumors who could be the next United captain.
I
We'll leave
know,
that
but
one there. We'll leave that one there. More transfer news. Sadio Mane to Bayern Munich. Bayern put in a £20 million bid in last week and it got rejected. I think they're coming back with another one this week. Are you surprised Mane wants to even leave Liverpool and go to Bayern?
I'm not. I'm not. To be fair, I'm not. To be fair, like I'm not. And what I wasn't surprised. A lot of people were surprised, but I've always said the first player to leave Liverpool out of that core team will be Mane, because Sadio has never had the recognition that he doesn't get what he deserves, I reckon. Hence the reason he's why some crap wages, and hence the reason why he's never rated on the same level as Salah. Or, you know what I mean? Like I'm not surprised, to be honest. And listening to his interviews and stuff like that backed it up, because even lately he said, he spoke out. He said, "I'm not really a fan of these clubs." So what he's doing, he's speaking to the Liverpool fans. He's showing them like, "I'm not really a fan of Liverpool. I'm just a professional. I'm here to do a job. Like the
Mm,
club that I love is Marseille." You know what I'm saying? He goes, "If I was to choose a club to play for in my career, like my dream, it would be Marseille. That's my club." You get what I mean, Jay? So I can play for Liverpool and do that. I can play for Bayern. I don't mind, but you're asking me to choose a club I love. The club that I love is Marseille. You get what I'm trying to say, bro? But so for me, I'm not surprised, bro. To be honest, like, I'm not. I'm not.
You know what's with Liverpool? Yeah, I always think to myself, especially with the players. Yeah, is it the players that make Liverpool great, or is it the system in it? Like, I want to see what some of these players look like when they leave Liverpool in it.
Yeah,
Like, we've seen Coutinho leave, and his career's kind of stalled a bit. Like Sadio Mane at Bayern Munich, like, you know what's why I think he shouldn't go to Bayern? It's because you're following Lewandowski's footsteps in it. So you see, yeah, if Bayern win the league next season and say Mane gets what 20, 25 goals, say they get, and that's to me is a good return in it. That's a good return. But like, say they get knocked out of the Champions League quarters, semi-finals, or whatever, innit? They're gonna they're gonna abuse the crap out of Sadio Mane, bro. Because what Bayern expect is the Champions League, innit? They're in them few clubs that think every season we should be winning the Champions League, innit? And like obviously you've got Lewandowski that's been giving you 40 goals a season for like 5, 6 years, innit?
yeah,
Mane's that's what they're gonna expect Mane to do. That is literally what they're gonna expect Mane to do, innit? And to me, I always say it's hard to follow a great man's footsteps. I always think you should follow the man after the man, innit? The next man that tries to follow Lewandowski is gonna fail, innit? You should be following the man that follows the man after Lewandowski, innit? And then you've got a clean slate, innit? I don't know if Mane is gonna do well at Bayern Munich, to be honest. Is he gonna bang 40 goals a season? Probably not. He'll probably win the league, but they do that every year. Like, what are you gonna do in the Champions League when you ain't got the fullbacks? You've got Alfonso Davis, but he's not Andy Robertson, innit? I don't even know who their right back is, but he's not Trent Alexander-Arnold, innit? You ain't like Sane's not Salah. You get what I'm saying? Like, some of these players come across as system players at Liverpool, innit? And
yeah.
hopefully I'm wrong with Mane, innit? But I think Mane goes into that caliber as well as a system player.
Um, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't agree on that. I wouldn't say he's a system player. Mane is a good player, man. He just adds to it. He makes the system work, because he's a good player. He's a baller, man. He can play anywhere across the front three. I reckon. I don't even think that they're replacing. They see him as a replacement for Lewandowski. I don't. I just see they know he's gonna score enough goals to win them the league and compete for Champions League. You get what I'm saying? Like basically, but I
You
don't
know,
think they expect him to. score 50 and all of that. Remember, these players are not, they're at the end of their careers and that, man. I know not the end, but they're at a point in their careers now where, you know what I'm saying? They're not really expected to excel in that much because even the clauses and add-ons, 3 times Ballon d'Or. Come on, man, that's ridiculous. He's not gonna win 3 Ballon d'Ors. You get what I mean? Like Bayern's taking a mick because they know like he's a baller, Jay, man. I think with the point as well you just said about Liverpool and the system, yeah, they do play a system, crazy system, but there's the players add to it. The players add to it, innit? It's not just the system that makes them more. You know what I'm
You know
saying?
why I say system, because when I look at certain players like a Trent Alexander-Arnold can't to me the way he plays is completely Klopp, if you know what I mean. I'm not saying he's a bad player at all, yeah, but
Yeah,
it's completely Klopp in it. Like Trent's not a right back, number one.
yeah,
Trent's basically a centre mid, and the way he plays really is kind of like a centre mid because whoever's the like you notice when Liverpool go forward, Henderson goes out wide and Trent comes inside in it, and then he hits them crosses in. Like
yeah.
for England's sake, innit, he couldn't play for England in the back four
Mm.
because he will
We,
get found out. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
defend. Yeah,
You know
that
what I'm
ain't his.
saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I get what you mean. But you
like
have to have the players to play like that, Jay. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
exactly. So like, it's hard when you like you say, the German coaches are very functional, innit?
Yeah,
Need you here to make that run, or when the ball comes back, you need you here, all that. Like maybe I'm. Not, it's kind of like maybe Mane's been institutionalized, isn't it? A bit
yeah.
by Klopp,
Hey,
so it might be
hey.
difficult to adapt to go and play for Bayern, if you know what I mean. But who knows? Apparently, Gnabry wants to leave Bayern as well, innit? Or Bayern want to sell him.
Yeah.
I heard rumors that Real Madrid were linked to him, but apparently don't want him, and maybe United might look at him maybe later in the window. Would you take Serge Gnabry?
Yeah, 100%.
Is he
But that's
better than what you have?
on the what though? On the left, because we just got Sancho. You know what I mean? For the left. So, do you get what I mean? We need a right winger. So, is he better than Sancho? At the moment, he is in Germany. He was better than Sancho, if you
Mm,
have to be fair. So, I'll take him, but we need a right winger, man.
that's
You
true.
know what I mean? We need a right winger.
Would you play one of the young bucks on the right, like maybe give it a go with Diallo or Gamacho just to start off the season? Or are they too young? You need someone more established.
Do you know what? If we depends in it on how the window how the summer play out.
I
If I'm fair, that
I
if
I wouldn't be surprised if Bruno starts out wide on the right, or ends up playing on the right.
if they go for Anthony or someone and they didn't get him, and I see they go for Garnacho or start off the season with the intent to sign someone more established to start, like even Rafinha or something.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I'd rather that. But if I see they go for the targets and it didn't happen, then yeah, I'll go with a Garnacho, not Ilanga though. I'm not going another flipping season with Ilanga, bro. You know what I mean? Like
You
Ilanga
know
shouldn't
what?
be
You know what's
first.
funny? He scored for Sweden in the week. Yeah, was it the weekend?
Yeah, he
They
did
asked,
actually, but it's
yeah,
consolation, man.
he was asked, "Where's your best position, mate?" He said, "Yeah, off the left." I'm like, "Well, we've got bare man that can play off the left. Just play on the right, fam, or just don't play at all." Like when you
There you
really
go.
deep it, you've got Sancho, Rashford's probably best on the left. That French
Exactly. They
guy,
all
Martial, all of them are off the left. Like,
because they're right footed, Jay, because football's evolved
yeah,
now, Jay.
yeah, it's
Where
30
your coach
players,
cut
man.
inside, innit? So even left footers, you know what I'm saying? So your coach to cut inside in training,
Mm,
take the defender on the inside. No one's trained to go out wide and cross the ball in no more. You know what I mean? That's
it's
how
true.
I told you like wing play is dead now.
It's gone.
I
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
dead.
Sancho was a winger. I thought he was gonna cross balls in. Even
You
before he
know,
came, I had a discussion
at
with a few people.
Dortmund,
Yeah,
at Dortmund, that's all he done was off the left, innit? So I was a bit surprised when I kept hearing United saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna stick him out wide on the right," because he ain't got that pace or acceleration to go past man and get the ball in the box, innit?
yeah. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like wing play, it's
Mm.
not wing play no more. We need a winger. Sometimes when I see Rafinha plays, yeah, because he cuts back on the left foot, but he whips balls in, bro. We
Mm.
need a winger like that. Them men are wingers. Like they are wingers, man. It's like a Di Maria. Like they're wingers. Like
Mm.
they'll cut inside and shoot or whatever, but they also whip balls in. We need that, man. We need a proper right winger. So Gnabry, we already got a player like that. I'll take Sane though.
Oh boy, listen.
Oh, well, that's dreaming, isn't it? But what? Can't have too much players, man. Gnabry, why not? He's up for coming. Why not? Sort it out among yourselves, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right, more news. Gareth Bell, he's on a free transfer. I think his stock's risen after his little heroics for Wales at the weekend. He's been linked with Cardiff City, MLS. I've heard Nottingham Forest be mentioned. I've heard Tottenham, but I doubt Conte will ever take someone like Bell back to Tottenham. No way. Like, what do you think is Bell's next step, especially in a World Cup? Now that Wales have got to the World Cup, because apparently he was looking to retire if Wales didn't qualify. But obviously they qualified now, so he's going to need to play some ball. Where do you think Gareth Bell's future ends up?
Ooh. Also saw today he was linked with Getafe, but that's a fake news.
Did you
His
hear
agent came out.
his agent took the piss, bro?
Yeah, but yeah. Where do I see it, Bill? Mate, I reckon he should do a homecoming. I reckon he should go Cardiff City.
Playing the
If you pay,
championship.
I know it's a big step down, but like you say, Dre, like he needs to go somewhere where he does the demands of playing ain't that much, so he plays in the World Cup. If you know what I mean, like it's all about the
No,
World
no,
Cup for Bill now. Like,
that league there is the school of hard knocks league, bro. That is
yeah,
the
true,
trenches
40 Saturday
league.
games, and he said.
Mm,
So
that's
Totty, Totty, I would say Cardiff City for the homecoming, the fans, you know what I mean, just to see him every week, the nation, they love him. But
yeah.
I would say Totty then, and just play backup to Song, innit? Play when he's needed. Play like 10, 15 games max in the Prem for the season. You know what I mean? Just play when he's needed because they're in Champions League now, Totty. So there's gonna be more games. If you get what I mean. Do that then. I see that. Either that. Because both clubs he's connected to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Welsh factor, Cardiff and
It's
Tottenham where he started his career, where he burst
a
on the scene.
difficult one. You know what? I'll edge to the side of going Cardiff just because, yeah, like you said, homecoming,
Yeah.
World Cup year. I don't think any Premier League team would really take Gareth Bale, bro, because he don't look like he works hard. I think that he was at loan. He was on loan at Tottenham last season.
Yeah.
He was just walking around the place. Like, I don't think he's got that hunger in him for club football like that, innit?
Yeah, but do you think Jose played a factor as well, man? Him and Jose might not have clicked. Conte might, you never know.
To me,
But
yeah, it says a lot when you've been at Real Madrid what 9 years, and then like the last three or last two really, you haven't been. You've hardly kicked the ball, bro. Like you've literally hardly kicked the ball. And like even Ancelotti's not even playing you. Like him being on the bench in the Champions League final was just like a token gesture, bro.
it's
Not
a good
mad.
buy. I know you mean just to get a medal in it. But
Yeah,
yeah.
that's mad when you consider Gareth Bale is like literally out the most decorated British player over the last 10 years, bro. Probably ever. Bro. He's got 5 Champions Leagues, bro.
No, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
He's,
How many titles in
he's
Spain?
won Real Madrid at least 2 of them. Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It's
Facts.
mad when you think about it. Like, but I don't see the hunger there. He's a bit Dele Alli-ish in a way, but Dele Alli's like 10 years younger, isn't it? But
Mm.
he, to me, yeah, go back to Cardiff. Don't play every game in the Championship. Like, make sure you're ready for the World Cup. You know, and then, I don't know, lead Cardiff to promotion, a little decent run in the World Cup, end your career on a high note. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. True.
Mm.
I agree, man. That could be his last hurrah. What about the MLS factor? Because that would be like the last
Their
payday, innit?
season,
If
their
he goes
season
there,
ends. Their season ends in like October, innit? Is it October? October,
yeah,
yeah.
so
Their season
red.
ends in October. Unless he goes now, then what? You've got what? 3 or 4 months. It's not even a guarantee that you make the playoffs in it, but they got the playoffs in that, innit? So yeah,
Mm,
I think it's best he just stays at Cardiff, innit?
yeah.
But at least, what if we go to America? They've got good golf courses there, innit? So it'll be alright if you
And that would be like another payday for him because you
yeah,
know his critics say that's why he stayed at Madrid because the big contract in it.
yeah.
You
He
know,
was on like
and the
7 or 8. Yeah,
bonuses. They're saying the bonuses is a factor why they didn't want him to play certain games as well because
what is
this
it?
guy's succeeded all of that. You know, like that he triggered bare bonuses, bro. Like you
He's,
said, he's won 5 Champions League, Dre, and
yeah,
you know what I mean.
they
How
probably sick
many?
of paying out that little £15 million bonus and that.
Yeah, like
Mm,
it was
yeah,
crazy. You know what he went there for. Like his contract's mad, innit? So that's why the critics say why he was playing golf, innit? He's set. You know what I'm saying? He's nice. He's nice,
yeah.
minted, mate. He's sweet.
On to another man that, boy, this guy is a big clown, man. Apparently, it's come out that this guy is desperate to leave Stamford Bridge. You know who I'm talking about.
Oh,
He's out here twerking for Inter Milan again. Romelu Lukaku. Um, Reports that he's desperate to go back to Inter. He's been calling up Inter president, players to then find a way. His lawyer to find a way to get me back to Inter Milan. Apparently, Inter ain't got the money for that. Chelsea ain't willing to sell that. Apparently, willing to loan him out, but not to sell. What's your thoughts on that, Lukaku? Like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm disappointed in him, to be honest.
I know. I'm very disappointed in his professionalism.
Mm.
I thought he turned a new page, you know, changed. But it's the same old Lukaku. That the stunt he pulled at United, being overweight, coming back, not caring, the unprofessionalism, forcing through a move, posting stuff, posting stats on the internet because he wanted the move to go through to Inter.
Mm.
Pardon. It's the same Lukaku. Like,
Mm.
you came to Stamford Bridge, all this hoorah, this is my club. I can't wait to prove myself here. Showing clips when he was young at Stamford Bridge, saying it's always my dream to. Then you're doing this in the space of how many months, bro? You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, you know how many months that you're doing this? Like, even before the season ends, it came out that your text, come on, man. It shows you're not committed, you're not professional. You can be upset in the job, you know, you're getting paid for. But show a level of professionalism, man. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's true.
show a level of commitment, man. You're getting paid enough money to live a comfortable life. So at least,
Mm.
you owe it to the fans. You know what I mean, Jay? If you're upset with the board or whatever, that's personal, whatever, fair enough. But when you put the kit on and you go out there, you know what I'm saying? You're not playing for the board, bro. You
Yeah,
get what I'm saying, bro? Like,
that's true.
I'm disappointed in it. That's embarrassing. It just shows that he's a money man. I knew he was anyway, but
Yeah, I knew that
it's
from time.
you know what
I
I
knew that.
mean? That when
Uh,
someone just gives you another tick and say, "Yeah, you just showed me again once again."
to me, yeah, with Lukaku, what 2 seasons at Inter, yeah,
Yeah.
won the league, and then you were talking about how much you love the club. I know I finally Inter needed to sell or whatever, but within that breath, you could have even said to them, "You know what? I'll take less money and stay,
Mm.
or I'll do whatever. I'll stay, whatever you want me to do." gotta stay. He's talking them times. I love Inter Milan. All right, cool. Inter Milan sell you. All right, you drop this whole Rock Nation sponsored video playing Jay-Z. Allow me to reintroduce myself. You're in the video, you're talking about, this is my club. Yeah, like you said, you showing the video when man was like 15, 16, going on his little Chelsea tour with Anderlecht and that, saying one day I'm going to play here, rare tear, 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 tear. Within a few months, you're talking like you want to leave. You're out here doing interviews. You see that there. Listen, you see if you're in a proper dressing room, you would have got tucked in, bro. You would have got rushed. Real talk.
Yeah.
Because you're a £100 million player, you know. After Grealish, it's you. And you're the most expensive player in the history of football. In the history of football.
Exactly.
More clubs have spent money on you than anyone in the history of football, bro. And you're not even 30.
Exactly.
You're not even 30 years old, bro.
Ridiculous.
And you face a bit of adversity. The manager's demanding more of you, and you're out here twerking, doing interviews for Inter Milan. I said from then, it's time that Chelsea's done. They don't even pass on the ball, bro.
Exactly, man. They don't want to play with him, Jay. You said a valid point. Any dressing room you do that in, there's players that say, nah, bro, I don't want to play with him. TT, I don't want to play with him, coach. I'm not going to pass to him. So you're disruption. Like, you know what I'm saying? The coach has to drop you, bro. You know, you have to get dropped. You have to.
From
just
then,
for the club.
I just know this man's character is flawed. Like you said, how he was moving towards the end of United, all turning up in Anderlecht training gear, releasing results of sprints. Like, come on, man. You're a big man, bro.
Exactly. Like, silly, overweight.
Exactly. Like, bro, this man played a Premier League game and he had the fewest touches of anyone in Premier League history. Like, and you are like, bro, like
he had like 7 touches in 90 minutes, bro.
Bro, and 2 of them were the kickoff. Like, this is what you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, to me,
that would never be broken.
That
would never be broken.
Four touches, and 2 of them were the kickoff. Like, bro,
gosh,
in the history of football, that's disgraceful.
Disgraceful.
To like, as a man with pride, bro, you owe it to yourself to give Chelsea at least another season.
I know.
£100 million. Bro. Big Roman Abramovich, who got sanctioned, can't even come in the country, told Peter Cech and then man there in the transfer board and at Chelsea said, "Yo, spend £100 million on Big Ron, bring him back here, innit?"
Yeah.
And the audacity of the man, after one seed, say, "You know what? I want to go back." Man's getting his lawyer, bro, not even his agent, his lawyer, to go arrange move to go back to Inter. Allow it. To me, I've been saying it about the guy. The guy's not a good player anyway, and his attitude stinks, especially when shit don't go his way. And it's just showing again. The modern day footballer don't want to get stuck in the trenches. Simple. Wouldn't you think as a man, I would love to lead Chelsea, this new era of Chelsea? Like,
exactly.
Abramovich is gone. I could be a man that could get you 20 goals a season.
And
come on.
It's your club as well that you're inspired to play for, that you can't wait to come back and show the fans what you really wanted to do when you was young.
I'm going to be playing here. One day I'm going to be playing here. Allow it, bro.
Embarrassment, Dre. Embarrassing.
Like this whole, I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even want to shame players, but this is how bad his career is. Yeah, he was brought in at Chelsea to replace Drogba. Remember, yeah. Remember, Drogba came back to replace him. Remember?
Oh yeah, remember that? Yeah, Droggy came back, to replace
him. He went to Everton on loan, had his good season, got £30 million move. All right, cool. Couple good seasons there. United shipped out whatever for 76 million for him. Deserved move, didn't it? Because obviously Lukaku was playing well. First season, okay, 20 odd goals, whatever. Next season, he stunk out the place. Cool, gone, whatever. I don't even know how we managed to get our money back.
I told you that's Ollie's
See what I'm
biggest
saying?
achievement. See what
That
I'm
is
saying?
a
That is the
full
biggest
achievement,
achievement.
bro. That's the biggest achievement, bro. How we managed to get our money back for Lukaku, bro.
How crazy is it?
You go to Inter Milan, yeah. Conte revolutionized this game, like changed it,
Definitely.
turned you into a proper striker, bro. All right, cool. Conte leaves. Oh, you want to leave? You're in your feelings. All right, cool. £100 million bid comes in from Chelsea. I'm thinking like now, all right, cool. Lukaku, he's gonna push on golden boot. Within months, you're twerking for Inter Milan again. Come on, man. Like this guy's a bozo, bro.
I know.
Absolute bozo, bro.
Nah, he's definitely bozo status. Definitely. Just another one about paychecks, innit? I think if he doesn't get his way and he doesn't go back to Inter, overweight again, soaking on the bench, collecting wages. 100%.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, I could see that happening. So this is why he's got lawyers involved, because in his head, he's not playing for Chelsea. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like,
He'll
he's
go
not
on
committed.
strike, bro. He won't be there. First
Yeah.
day of the season, he won't be at Stamford Bridge. No way. No way.
You know what I mean? Like they're just trying to find a way back. Yeah, that is total hustle. You just came in for 100 million.
I swear in
You're trying
January,
to,
because they brought Dzeko in to replace Lukaku, and I swear in
yeah,
January they said they mentioned something about bringing back Lukaku, and they said no, we've got Dzeko. Why would we need Lukaku? And you know what? At no point have I heard Inter Milan say, "Oh, we'd love to take Lukaku back, bro."
no, they said nah, it's not possible. The
Bro,
only option is loan. So
Edin
they'll be
Dzeko,
like, Chelsea, don't pay us that installment. Take 5 million off, and we pay
yeah,
like half of his wages, because they are not paying 100 million bags
no
wages
way,
for Lukaku.
no
You know what I'm
way.
saying?
Inter Milan are not even slapping £50 million on Lukaku, bro.
You
No
get
way,
me?
bro. The only way I see that, I don't even see it happening because Dzeko's better than Lukaku anyway, and they're both tied as similar, but Dzeko's way better than Lukaku in it. They've got
Yeah.
Martinez, even if someone buys, I think Conte wants Martinez in it, but I don't think they'll slap £100 million on Martinez. So there's no way they're bringing back Lukaku permanently. Like, bro, just stick it out, fam.
Mm.
Stick it out, bro.
It's not good enough, man. He knows. He just thought Chelsea. Yeah, he's not good enough for the Premier League, man.
All the money, bro. That's all he saw, you know. Saw the money, bro. Yeah, that wraps up the transfer news for this week. Yeah, I thought we do our little own team of the year list. We ain't done it yet. Wait, start with the goalkeepers. Who you think's been in the Prem? Been the goalkeeper that would start a new goalkeeper or team of the year?
It's close. I'll give it to Alisson. Liverpool only lost 2 games, least amount of games, because it's close between him and Edison. But
You know what? You know what? I don't even think it's close. You know, when you really deep Edison, yeah.
yeah,
How many saves have you ever seen Edison make?
that's the point. They look at it like that, but yeah,
But you don't really see Edison's not known for saving shots, bro. You can't tell me a game where he's made like 2 or 3 saves that won him a game. Never. His shot stopping's crap. Watch Edison. His shot stopping's poor. Alisson's shot stopping, by the other hand, is elite. 1-on-1, he's probably one of the top 3 goalkeepers in the world. And he
but
does Edison off his line and like a third centre back, probably the best in the world, isn't it? Alisson's not far off that. So that's why I would go with Alisson as well.
But just on the point, I think they both finished with the same amount of clean sheets. 20 apiece. So yeah, it's that close. But I'll give
But
Alisson as well. I just
yeah,
thought I'd put that in. Yeah.
yeah. Right back.
Reece James.
You think?
Well, when he's fit, Chelsea was at their best, innit? That little run, they was top of the
Yeah,
league.
that injury knocked Chelsea back a bit still.
Yeah, I'll give it to him. Or to be fair, that's just a personal choice. You're right. I didn't think about it. That putting the season as a whole correctly, the winner should be Trent because Cancelo he plays left back and right back, and you know, you know what I'm saying. So we can't put him in there. We have to consider him. What would you say, left back? Because where we
Yeah,
considering Cancelo,
I put him at left. I've got to pick Trent. Like,
you know what I mean? Like you have to give it to Trent when you
mm,
put the season as an old, even though he made a mistake in the Champions
yeah,
League final. They blame Trent, but Trent's been class, man. Quality,
he's you know what?
assist, mark.
He's had one of the best right back seasons in Premier League history. You know,
Yeah,
like,
man.
he's
He's a
elite.
right.
And you know what? I know he's not the best defensively, yeah, but what he does going forward makes up for all he lacks defensively.
Yeah,
His assist is probably like what? An extra 15, 20, maybe 25 points a season, bro.
it's true.
Like,
You know.
literally,
Yeah,
to me, yeah, he's got to be in the team of the year.
yeah, definitely.
Who you picking at centre back?
Oh, it hurts my heart, but personal choice, I'll go for Diaz and Thiago Silva. But that you know, there were people say that's a bit of bias. So I'd have to put Van Dijk in there. Do you know what I mean? Like Diaz and Van Dijk in it. Because what Liverpool's achieved, he's the leader, so he has to be there. So I'll go Diaz for what he's achieved, winning the Premier League again, so young. Like people don't see this guy so young. Like, you know what I mean, man? He's
How old is he?
quality. He's starting at 25. All these achievements.
You know what? I'm gonna go with. I can't pick. See, I would love to pick Thiago Silva because he plays in a back three. I've got to add back three tax to it, or back five, whatever Tuchel plays in it. But three centre backs, I can't. Nah. I'll go with Diaz and I'll go with Joel Matip.
Yeah.
Matip does all the donkey work for Virgil van Delegate in it. He's been elite this season, yo. Quietly been an elite centre back this season.
True.
Yeah, I'll
Assists,
go with Matip.
goals. Yeah, it's true.
Um, Left back. I think we're going to go with Cancelo.
Yeah, agree. Quality.
What, three in the midfield or two in the midfield?
Ooh, now you have to go free, man. 'Cause to get the players in there,
Yeah.
go
Um,
4-4-3-3.
cool. Who will be your three midfielders?
KDB first. This is what you pulled off the masterclass to bring City to the title.
Mm.
And I'm trying to fit a Liverpool player in there. It's really difficult. And I don't want to go three City players.
Mm.
So I'm trying to look at the league as a whole. So Liverpool, who's standing out in midfield? Can't put Thiago in there. That's just a personal choice. He hasn't had a brilliant season.
Mm.
He hasn't. Can't put Henderson in there. But I'll put. It's difficult, man.
Would you put Declan Rice in there?
No, I think he's
You
he's
want to
had
put him
all
in the
right
team of the year?
season. He's had all right season. But when you think about what he's done for West Ham, yeah,
You know what it is? When
I probably can
you think
squeeze
about a
him
lot of
in
these
there because
players,
you
yeah,
don't want to have three City player. I know that's what I'm thinking. The more I think about it, you're right. You could
mm,
have him in there. What he's achieved for West Ham, so you could put him as the holding mid
mm.
in the center, KDB one side, and who else? And then the opposite side of KDB then Rafinha.
Boy,
Nah,
I
that's
don't
that. They
think we can
wouldn't give it to
ignore.
him. They wouldn't.
I don't think we can ignore Bernardo Silva, you know, or even Foden, bro. I don't think we can ignore these guys.
But you don't want to put too much City
Don't.
players in there. I'm trying to be balanced. You know what I mean, Drake? Because if it was up to me, it would just be 3 City players. It'd be Bernardo Silva, Foden, and KDB. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I might squeeze Henderson in there just for the leader, what he's achieved as a captain. You know what I'm saying?
Boo. Henderson's just there, man. Henderson, Scott McTominay, just with techers, bro. That's all he is.
Yeah, but he's a leader, Jay. He's always where he's supposed to be. He does a good job.
KDB, Rice. I think, man.
You know what I'm saying? He stood out. Can't even put the Arsenal guys in there. Chelsea guys.
They're dead, man.
Mason Mount or something.
Wow.
Or Conor Gallagher or something.
You know what? I'm gonna have to put another City man in there. Then it's got to be I have to put Foden in there. You know.
Phil.
Yeah.
For,
I think yeah. You know what? This season's been weird. Like, not many men have had like a whole season. They've been superb in it or very good in it. They've either been good at the beginning or they've been good in the second half in it.
exactly. It's true. Or they've been good in patches. Like Odegaard. Odegaard's been good, but he hasn't been consistent.
Yeah, I couldn't put him in the
Just
team
in patches. Just in little bits here and there. 3, 4, 5 game patches, man. That's how it's been throughout the season.
Yeah, there's nobody else really. I can't put nobody else in that team. Yeah, Foden, De Bruyne, Declan Rice.
I agree with that, man.
And the only reason Declan Rice is in card, I don't really want to put Rodri. Rodri's had a great season as well.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying?
You know
He's
had
a
brilliant. Put a City man in it.
He's had a brilliant season, man.
I'm front three, and I know this ain't gonna be Liverpool or Liverpool or City heavy. But who you got front three?
I've got Son on the left. I've got Sadio through the middle and Salah on the left.
Yeah. Yeah. I would love to put Cristiano Ronaldo in there, but I clocked the majority of his goals have come in like 5 or 6 games, isn't it? So yeah, can't put Ronaldo in. Yeah. Mane's second half of the season's been good. You know what, yeah? Salah's only in because he had a great first half to the season, innit? Second half of the season, 5 goals in his last 25 games, bro.
Yeah. Fully agree.
Like,
After African nations just fell off a cliff.
Honestly, Harry Kane, if he actually decided to turn up to work for the first few months of the season, he would be in the team, bro. I didn't even know Kane was 4th top goal scorer in the Prem. Yeah, man missed 3 months. Like, I mean,
started late as well, and the assists was off the charts.
Exactly. Like, to me, Salah's only in because he had a good first half of the season. But yeah, it's got to be Salah, Mane, and to me, Song. How he's not in nominated for PFA Player of the Year is disgrace, bro.
Definitely,
absolute disgrace. 23 goals and none of them are pens.
Sure. Should get a boot for himself. Should get his own personal boot.
Yeah, of course. He took it to. Where did he take it to? Korea. I mean, I think he got. Well, they love him in Korea. Innit? He's like one of them. Lebs, isn't it? Yeah. He took it to Korea. Man got mobbed, but I think like it was like 50,000 fans outside the airport waiting for him. Innit?
You know what I'm saying, man? Cool. Hero, man.
Yeah.
Guys, crazy, world class, man, ridiculous player.
100%. Oh, cool. Now, leading on to the Nations League, I know we touched on it. I don't know if we touched on it before we start recording, but boy, a lot of complaints from fans. I think we just don't really want to see it. Players that are burnt out. What's your thoughts on literally 2 weeks of Nations League? Absolutely pointless. Like, England are playing They've already played twice. Lost to Hungary, beat Germany, well, drew Germany last night. We've got to play Italy again on Saturday and then Hungary again next week. All the nations are playing 4 games. What's your thoughts on the Nations League at the end of the season and then playing 4 times? Is there any use to the Nations League?
Nope. It's just another way of making more money by the FIFA, by the system. It's a waste of time. It's more games already in a packed season. It's just ridiculous. Even the players don't, you know what I'm saying, don't appreciate it. There's players coming out like Kevin De Bruyne are saying it's unimportant. You know what I'm saying? Van Dijk saying it's just more injuries. You know what I'm saying? Asking too much on players. Like players need a break, man.
You know what I think? What's worse is that, especially coming off the back of a COVID season, like last season, the COVID season, a
Yeah.
lot of football rushed into a short space of time, short turnaround to get this season done. First normal season, kind of, and then now you're playing 4 games, 4 internationals in what, 2 weeks or 10 days for what?
Money.
The flip
TV,
side I can get is obviously these are the last internationals before the World Cup. Obviously, national coaches want to see certain players, but I'm pretty sure by now you should know your starting 11 and maybe 6 or 7 men that you know are definitely going to make the squad. Probably even more than 6 or 7 men. Probably 8 or 9 men that are going to make the squad. So you've got 20 guys you know in it. Like
yeah.
by now, it should be 5 or 6 that you're not sure about. Surely you should be playing, like, international teams should be thinking like, wow, for example, Southgate should be thinking like, you know what, I don't need to see certain man. Kane doesn't need to be playing. Kane's going to be starting first game against Iran. Like, that's a fact. Like,
Yeah.
he loves Harry Maguire for some reason. Obviously, he'll probably start or whatever. Anyone that's going to be starting the first game in against Iran at the World Cup should even be picked. This Nations League crap, to be honest. He could have picked all these dead guys like Ward Prowse and them, man. Like,
Exactly.
they should be getting a run out. Like, to me, you're risking injury. Like I said beforehand, I don't even get why there's not a players' union, like a proper players' union that puts a stop to this, innit? Wait, like, deep it this way, yeah? You started pre-season training last July. So you're playing football non-stop all the way till mid-June, and it's not even an international tournament year in that. Like, you're not playing the World Cup till November, December time. Like, these men that are playing Nations League now, literally, in 3 weeks' time, have to go back for pre-season training. You tell me how you're going to be able to rest and get your body nice and relaxed after 9, 10 months of football, 11 months of football, 3 weeks break, then you've got to go again for another 10 months. Ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous.
I agree, man. Ridiculous, man.
Absolutely ridiculous.
World Cup in December. League starts in the it's a joke.
Yeah, that to me is just ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. And apparently, we're looking to something like increase the amount of games that are going to be in the Nations League or something like that. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
I know.
Especially with next season, it's gonna be so packed and condensed. Like, they're gonna have to get the Champions League basically done. The group stage is done by mid-November. Get the League Cup done, well, up to the semi-finals by before Christmas. Like, the World Cup finals on, what is it, the 23rd or something like that, December. The Premier League starts back again on Boxing Day, the 26th.
Sure.
It's a joke team. It's an absolute joke team. Players need to speak up, man, because it's not fair, bro. Players are going to end up burning out. Wouldn't be surprised if you start seeing players have heart attacks on the pitch, bro.
No, I shouldn't even laugh. That's serious. It's true though. There's so many games, it's ridiculous, bro. Keeping up as well. It's just sometimes you can't even keep up with the amount of games. You're thinking, what's the purpose of these games? That the World Cup is on. Why are they still playing it? It's just too many games, man. Too many games.
Yeah, that wraps up another episode. Now a shortened version this week of For the Love of the Game podcast. Yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe.
Yeah,
Viewers that watch, we definitely appreciate you. We will continue doing podcasts throughout the summer, even if there is no football. We'll keep talking football. We
yeah.
appreciate you guys. Wait, Ronaldo, you got any words?
Just like you say, man. Share, like, subscribe. Keep listening.
That's, that's us for this week. We're back next week with more transfer news. We'll try and find something to talk about, bro. You know what I mean? But yeah,
Yeah, man.
myself, Dre, Ronaldo, we're out, man.
All right,
Peace.
man. Love. Bless up, bro.